Hello everyone, welcome to AKS Main Shikshna-FREE initiative. This is Santosh Koka. Today we will discuss one important questions related to social justice subject. Question for 2nd August 2024. Discuss the implications of the newly passed legislation on women's reservation in the parliament and the state legislatures. What are the challenges and potential benefits? So here we need to start our 3 steps before writing answer. That is, first step is question reading. Here we need to read the question carefully before starting our writing answer. So in this step we need to identify what is the exact topic they are asking, right? Here women's reservation bill, recently newly passed legislation on women's reservation, that is the topic here. And also how many parts are there here? 2 parts are there. First, implications of the newly passed legislation, and also what are the challenges and potential benefits, right? Next important thing is we need to identify what are the important question tags are there. Here discuss is the one important question tag. In this we need to identify, we need to write some positives, means significance part, and also negatives means some implication or important challenges part, and also we need to give some suggestions, right? Discuss means we need to write all these 3 categories, right? In the next important question tag is what. What means we will give some general information. That's it, right? So, and important keywords, what are the important keywords here? Implications. Implications is one important keyword. And also next part, in the next part we have challenges is the second important keyword here. Potential benefits also important keyword. We need to address all these important keywords mentioned in the question, right? That need to be done in 1 minute. Question reading is important step. First step need to be done in within 1 minute. Next, brainstorming. In the brainstorming step, we need to complete this step within 1 minute. In this, we need to recall each and every aspect related to the particular topic here. What is the topic? Women's reservation. Women's reservation means we can include our 106th amendment, right? And also we need to give some facts related to this, how much reservation has been given till now, and also how many seats are there in the Lok Sabha, approximately percentage of seats given to women till now. We need to give all these important facts. And also other than that, we need to focus on LNI, our LNI technique also. Local, national and international. Very, very important technique. Here we need to identify or we need to include local facts or local important aspects. For example, we can include our Sarpanchpati, right? Sarpanchpati. Or in the perspective of national events, we need to include all the important aspects. For example, we have some reports, particularly we have Representation of People Act regarding the women's representation, right? So we have some census. We need to complete census before implementing this women's reservation. Then only we can start implementing the particular act, right? Next we have delimitation process, right? Delimitation process. Then only after completing delimitation process only we can implement this particular act, right? All these are important. 2 hurdles are there to implement the particular act, right? We need to include all the important aspects related to national wise, right? And also international wise, which countries are there already given so much reservation to particular women. For example, we have Norway, or in the African country we have Rwanda also giving almost 61% reservation, right? These type of important information regarding not only local or national, we need to provide international for comparison also, right? So then what is the third part here? We need to include our presentation, the answer, right? Presenting the answer. We can complete it within 6 minutes if we follow about 2 particular steps in 2 minutes, right? Overall 8 minutes. Within 8 minutes we can complete a short answer, right? That is our strategy. Every day we are following this, right? Let's start our introduction. We need to write one decent introduction. For that we need to follow our important technique, CA intro plus static part, right? We need to give first, we need to write CA introduction, recent current affairs highlighting the passage of the new legislation or any important relation related to gender equality or gender parity, etc. Right? Gender gap or something. We can give these type of indices or reports. We can include in the current affairs part or introduction part. Right? Next, we need to give some key features of the bill. Already we have discussed 108th Constitutional Amendment Act was recently passed in the Indian Parliament, mandating 33% reservation for women in Lok Sabha and state legislatures. That is the important thing we need to write here. And also in the global context also we need to present here one important line. This legislation aligns with global movements, especially towards gender parity in politics, such as already we have seen Beijing platform in the recent news for action, right? Beijing platform for action, which calls for women's equal participation in decision-making processes, right? All the global context, in the particular global context, this legislation aligns with our global movements across the world. That is the main important thing we need to include. And also, what is the current representation? We need to add some important facts also. Current representation. What is the current representation till now? How much percentage are given to women in the Lok Sabha state legislature? That is important here. As of now, as of 2024, women hold 14% of seats in Lok Sabha. That is very important according to Inter-Parliamentary Union 2023. Right? So next, coming to our body part, here we need to add some significance part. Right? I'm following some related to our question tag, but it could be lengthy. It may lengthy, but for explanation purpose, I'm addressing all the important keywords here, right? Question tags and keywords here. No need to worry about that. Significance part, enhanced gender equality is very important here. The legislation is a significant step towards our achieving gender equality in political representation, especially addressing underrepresentation of women in decision-making processes, right? For example, we have Global Gender Gap Report 2023, right? In this, our rank, what is our rank? India's rank is 142nd out of 156. Very, very important, right? So we need to give all these type of acts also, reports and all. Democratic inclusivity is one important significant part regarding this women's reservation bill. Already according to UN Women Report on Gender Equality in Public Administration, inclusive governance leads to more comprehensive and effective policies, right? That need to be included. Those type of information, international information or international reports or indices we need to include here, right? Catalyst for social change also very important significant part. A study published in the American Political Science Review found that increased women representation leads to greater policy focuses on issues like health or education or welfare, right? Already we have given some reservation, right? In some states 50%, even 50% reservation also is given in the local government, right? So that also that is showing very important good development in particular areas like Rajasthan or particular Madhya Pradesh, etc. Right? We have seen all those examples, and we can include that, right? Next, implication means here we need to provide some implication part also in the discuss question tag regarding the discuss question tag, right? Implications. Political dynamics also very important here. The legislation is expected to shift our political changes or political shifting to particular political parties to nominate a significant number of women candidates also, right? For example, here we can quote our Rwanda, 61% we have here, 61.3% accurately, which has the highest percentage of women in the world. Women have been instrumental in post-genocide recovery and legislation on gender-based violence also. They have initiated this movement also. Policy focus and governance also very important implication here. Here, gender-based violence and maternal health and child welfare are the important issues, greater attention given in these days, right? So we need to include these type of important issues, and also a UNDP report, United Nations Development Program report also indicates that women legislators are more likely to prioritize social and welfare issues. Very important issue. We need to give each and every point, one point plus also one example or report or any facts or any indices or etc. Right? We need to provide justification to our point. That is important in the answer writing process. Changing societal perceptions also very important here. It may help normalize women's leadership, especially influencing young girls to aspire to public office. Right? For example, we can take Norway as the example here. Norway gender quotas led to increased female participation in politics and businesses, here promoting gender equality in leadership positions, especially Norway. We can give example as Norway, right? Next, challenges. Here we need to provide some challenges. Already we have completed significance part and implications, whether they are positive or negative, right? Negative sense. In the negative sense, we need to provide some challenges or issues or problems. Societal resistance. Deep-seated patriarchal norms may lead to resistance against female leaders. That effectiveness will be limited, right? That is case here. In instances of women facing discrimination in politics in India, such as harassment or lack of support within the party structures, also we are seeing in these days, right? That is very important. And also political reluctance, also very important thing here. For example, according to our Representation People Act 1951, will need amendments to enforce compliance with the new reservation requirements also, right? Political reluctance. Political parties may be reluctant to comply fully with this legislation, preferring to nominate women in less competitive seats. That is also a very important challenge, upcoming challenge. And also we have tokenism. Proxy candidates also very important here. There is a risk of tokenism where women candidates are used as proxies for male relatives, are undermining the spirit of the legislation. For example, in the local administration, we have already seen the issues like Sarpanch Pati, right? Sarpanch Pati. Tomorrow, we may see the MLA Pati or MP Pati, right? They can become like this, right? These type of incidents may occur in future after implementing this women's reservation in the parliament and Lok Sabha or state legislatures, right? Very important thing here, right? Next, what are the important keywords we need to be addressed here? Challenges and also potential benefits in the second part of the question, right? Potential benefits here, diverse perspectives is very important here. For example, here the inclusion of women brings diverse perspectives, right? Leading to more comprehensive and balancing policy making. Right, for example, McKinsey Global Institute report, the power of parity. The power of parity suggests that gender diverse leadership teams enhance decision making processes also. Very important. Diverse perspectives is the one important potential benefit from this women's reservation bill. Focus on social issues also very important. Already we have seen from the local representation, we have seen so many examples. Women compared to men may focus on social issues more, right? For example, introduction of laws on domestic violence and sexual harassment, largely driven by women legislators, right? Illustrate the impact of women in policy making. That is also very important. Next, reduction in corruption. Very important. According to our World Bank study found that World Bank study found that women in government roles tend to be less corrupt than their male counterparts. That is also we need to see whatever challenges going to be in the future after implementing this women's reservation. Let's see. Next, needed measures. Coming to needed measures, we need to give some important suggestions or measures to solve our problems, right? Capacity building, legal safeguards and awareness campaigns are important here. Capacity building means already we have National Commission for Women, right? Advocates for leadership training and mentorship programs for aspiring women leaders, right? We need to complete this, right? We need to strengthen our capacity, right? That is very important. And also legal safeguards. Election Commission of India, ECI, could introduce regulations to verify the authenticity of women candidates to control these type of proxy candidates and all, right? that is the part of ACI role, right? Next, awareness campaigns also need to be initiated, right? Initiatives like She Leads India, right? She Leads India can be expanded to educate the public on the importance of women's political participation. Especially we need to include these type of awareness campaigns also, right? Very important needed measures. In this scenario, we need to focus on two important hurdles to implement this. What are those? First thing, census, and also second one is delimitation. These two important issues compulsorily should in our answer, right? Very important, these two steps. These are the present two hurdles to implement this women's reservation bill, right? So next, coming to our conclusion part, here we need to conclude within a 1 to 1.5 line sentence, right? If we follow above measures or with the proper implementation and societal support, this legislation could pave the way for a more just or equitable or prosperous society, inspiring other nations, especially to the particular prosperous society, inspiring other nations to follow suit in the journey towards our gender parity in politics. Very important line. This need to include these type of lines in the conclusion as a futuristic note, right? So for example, here or otherwise we can include SDG goals also, gender equality, right? Type SDG 5, right? Sustainable Development Goal 5 we can add, right? Next, coming to our today's answer, is answer written by Sirisha. According to Global Gender Gap Report 2023 by World Economic Forum, countries like India has less than 7% ministers who are women. She has started with one important report, very good, related to our topic, that is CA introduction. Women's Reservation Act 2023, Nari Shakti Vandan Abhiyan also included, 106th Amendment Act, and reserving 1/3 of seats also included here, very good. So currently 74 MPs or 14% of women are elected to Lok Sabha. Most state legislatures are having less than 15%, very good. So implications, the reservation will be effective after delimitation. Very important point is it endures for a period of 15 years. Rotation of seats and potential extension of seats to be governed and determined by Parliament. Implications, increased political representation, increased autonomy in decision making, and more diverse representation. Social change also very important here. All the important points included as implications here. Next, coming to challenges with respect to the past bill, amendments of articles, Article 333, different articles also included here. Conductive delimitation based on 2021 census, very important. Implementation to be both in letter and spirit also. There is no reservation in Rajya Sabha and legislative councils, undermines political participation or representation. The act comes into collect only after delimitation. For this relevant figures of next census needs to be published. Very important point. This need to be included from all the aspirant. Next, potential benefits, enhanced governance or better accountability, diverse perspectives and economic growth, inclusive democracy or gender equality, or improved public trust also here. Very good. So next, addressing the implementation challenges effectively, we can ensure effective women participation leading to achievement of SDG 5 gender equality, giving women their deserved position and identity is the democratic society. Very good. So here from all the from introduction to conclusion, each and every keyword addressed by Shirisha very well. Here coming to our important points here, we need to provide some international perspectives also. For example, Norway or Rwanda like countries representation, women representation initiatives also we need to give, and also particular articles included, and also some important facts also included. Very importantly, delimitation and census is there, very good. So apart from that, we need to provide some challenges like Sarpanch Pati, local challenge. Sarpanch Pati already seen in the local representation. What will be in the future challenge, MLA Pati or MP Pati? We need to include these type of challenges in the local compared to local representation and parliament and state legislature, right? So out of all each and every point included, overall we can give in the conclusion part also she has included or she has connected SDG 5 goal. Very good. So among all we can give 5.5 out of 10 marks here. Very good, right? So apart from that, each and every point is included here, especially flowcharts also included, right? For this answer we can provide half mark extra, right? Total 6 marks out of 10 marks. Very good. So keep it up. So next, main Shikshana-FREE initiative question for 3rd August 2024, that is day 34. Analyze the effects of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan on India's trade balance. Has it succeeded in reducing import dependency and boosting exports? That is the question here. Very important. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan related to our subject economy. So write your answers and upload in the AKS app. That information given in the video description. Please check. Thank you very much. All the very best.